Hello again. Today we're going to be talking about the Voth Battlezone and the Solanae Dyson Sphere. In the Voth Battlezone, there are basically four major types of enemies you will be fighting. The first major type is the humanoid type. These are like the Voth seen in Voyager. These include light enemies, like the Spec Ops and the Specialist, which should take only a few hits to kill. A little bit tougher than them are the medics, as seen here in the gray. What makes the medics difficult is they tend to spawn in groups of 2, and they can res each other. Last up are the strike commanders, which are the heaviest enemies and will likely require a few people to take down. However, they do not show up very often. The next major type are the exosuits. The smaller of the exosuits have the ability to spawn an impenetrable shield in front of them. To do any damage, you must attack them from behind. They can also launch mortars, which will deal a lot of damage if you get hit. The larger exosuits have a large shield around them that will push you back as you get near it. They can also spawn with a group of repair drones, which can repair their shields and their hull as they take damage. It is recommended to use AoE attacks to get rid of these. The third group is the dinosaurs,
with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
The dinosaurs again come in a few different varieties. The first type is the supply runners, who are totally harmless, and as you shoot them, they will drop power-ups. Next up are a group of small dinosaurs which use primarily melee attacks, and they can knock you over to hold you. As the dinosaurs get larger, they'll deal more and more damage and take more and more to kill. The hardest of these are the V-Rexes, which will spawn after you gain control of the battle zone. Each one of these should take about 1/3 of the people in the battle zone at that time. The last group are the Swarmers. The Swarmers are small flying machines that will hit you with anti-proton weapons. These can spawn between the control points on the map. The battle zone is split into 4 different zones. You start in the center in the command center, and that's where you can speak with Commander Arnold to get your daily dilithium missions for the battle zone. At the top of the map is the park, at the bottom is the outskirts, and to the right is the city. Each of these 3 are split into 9 sections, including 7 capture points, a transporter point, and a V-Rex spawn point. The transporter point is in the middle of each zone and creates a shortcut back to the command center. The capture points can be divided into 3 different types. The first is artillery, the second is omega generators, and the last type is called capture points. At an artillery point, you need to disable 5 generators by activating a console on both sides of the generator and one on the front. Each generator will also be guarded by a small number of Voth. And just to make it a little bit harder, after 3 minutes, the generators will repair themselves. Once a generator has been repaired, you will have to recapture that generator. Once all of the generators are deactivated, a few exosuits will come in from above. At the Omega generator points, you need to get a device at one end of the track all the way to the other end of the track. You do this by interacting with 3 consoles along one side of the track. And you can make the device go faster after activating the first console by interacting with a device near the first console under the track. But because it can't be that easy, the Voth will interact with consoles on the other side of the track and will try and move the device backwards. Once the device is all the way at the end of the track, a green field will go up around the tower, and it will be counted as an Allied controlled point. Capture points are fairly easy to explain. Just stand in the middle of the capture point and Voth will come and attack you. So long as you are in the point and are not terribly outnumbered, the point will continue to charge. Once the point is fully charged, it'll be counted as an Allied controlled point. Once you've gained control of the battle zone, a V-Rex will spawn in each zone near the base of a tall tower. The V-Rexes are large, tough enemies that will take a lot of people to kill. The V-Rexes are capable of attacking multiple people using mortars, beams, and melee attacks. While you are attacking the V-Rexes, waves of 2 medics will attempt to get near the tower. While at the tower, they will interact with consoles and will start stealing Omega particles. If they steal all of the particles, you will not get the rewards for that zone, and the rewards for completing the battle zone will be lower. A status monitor for all 3 zones' Omega silos can be found beneath your minimap. While in the battle zone, there are a few things that you should keep your eyes open for. The first are command points. These are small purple glowing orbs that can be used to call in reinforcements. In addition to using them for dilithium, reinforcements can be used to help keep points from being taken over by the Voth. There are also power-ups that can be found throughout the battle zone. These power-ups can be used to boost everything from your speed to your damage resistance and the damage you do. These power-ups will look like glowing colored discs with icons in the center. These power-ups spawn on small round platforms throughout the battle zone and can also be found by defeating supply runners. In each of the 3 zones, there is also one of those small round platforms that will generate a power-up that is more powerful than the rest. This power-up can be identified because it is not as see-through as the rest of the power-ups. The Voth Battlezone is one of the easiest ways to get dilithium quickly. The Secure Voth Points mission will get you 960 dilithium for securing only 2 points. By calling in a captain for reinforcements, you will get an additional 480 dilithium. To call in a captain, you will need to collect 60 command points. This can usually be done in a single run, or pretty early in your second run. As you're doing this, you'll also complete the Acquire Battlezone Command Points mission, which will get you 240 dilithium. The last of the daily missions is called Defeat Voth in the Battlezone. For this mission, you're given 5 minutes to defeat as many Voth as you can. By defeating 10 Voth, you will get 480 dilithium. 40 will get you 720 dilithium, and more than 60 will get you 960 dilithium. In addition to all of this, for each point that you help capture, you will get 60 dilithium. For each V-Rex that you help defeat, you'll get an additional 480 dilithium. And if all 3 V-Rexes are defeated, you will get an additional 1,680 dilithium. So if you defeat 40 Voth, help capture 3 points, help defeat 2 V-Rexes, and the group takes out the 3rd V-Rex, you will get a total of 5,220 dilithium. And that's all off of a single run, which will take less than an hour.